Tap in. Tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. What does it mean to tap in? Have you ever made maple syrup before when you tap into the tree to get the nectar from the tree, the sap, the saplings? Have you heard of that? Yeah, and then you just take your little tap and you tap in, and then you always have your bucket to catch the drips, the drops. Yeah, and the bucket has the buck in it. The bucket contains the buck that is the do-re-mi deer. Okay. I wanted to just make some connections today to kind of like help illustrate how I think. I try to take everything and put it together. Everything works together perfectly. If you can see the grand puzzle, you can tap in and understand that everything here is here for a reason. It is the season of teaching, you guys. Everything is here, has been spit up from all of us, and it's all out in the open. It's all here, just waiting for us to open our eyes and see with a new perspective than what we have been gifted with. You might notice today I'm wearing my pigtails. Yeah, I haven't done those in a while because they're mostly for little girls. I don't know. They kind of look good on me. I kind of like them. Kind of looks like a horn on me. I'm kidding, you guys. These aren't my pigtails. These are just my horns. They're coming out to play today. But yeah, the pigtails, the pigtails are the curly tail. They're the spiral. I've shown the pig in so many things. I've shown the pig in the alphabet. I've shown how you're the lamb and how the lamb is the ram and how the ram connects to the pig. I did this in my last video. I showed you some numbers. And when you start seeing 32, you're going to see pig and a lot of stuff because 32 is 23. Okay, and then if you do 32 and 23, you get your 55. And there's lots of stuff in the 55. Go look at cars, old cars from the 50s. 55. Just look at stuff from the 50s, you guys. There's lots of information that's like out in the open. So what I've been explaining to a lot of people is old tech is new tech. Yeah, old tech is new tech. It's been hidden away. They hid it away. They mostly did this when they did the fairs. And that's why we're still like in the circus, because the circus attaches to the railroads, you guys. Okay, think about the circus animals. Think about your movies that tell you about the circus. And if you don't have any adult movies, the best movies to go to are the movies for the children, because a lot of the information that's here, okay, it's not only meant for the adults here, but it's meant for the children. Okay, and the children have lots of information. They have a different program than we have. They're going to be gifted new tech, which is the old tech. And the old tech comes from the new tech that comes from the old tech. Things were hidden away for the revealing of, yes, surprise, surprise. They hid away our information, our divine light. They hid this away. They did this when they did hide the zodiac. Okay, because the zodiac is the grand template for man. They did this when they killed all the witches who were the true teachers. Okay, the witches and the wizards. These people were the seers. They were the great seers. They were the great prophet seers. They made profit. And every king, if you've watched any movies about the olden days, every king and queen had a seer, you guys. They had a bishop. One who could read the stars, and we just had one pass away. You might know him as the Great Poppy. Yeah, so there's that. You need to know, you don't need someone to read the stars for you. You can do this yourself. You can read these yourself. How do you learn? Well, you can learn using the numerics. The numerics is what brings us our star calculations. It's what brings you your birth chart. It's math. You don't have to do these things longhand. There are actually programs that divine creators have created, and it is accurate. You can go and you can use your eyeballs and tell if it's accurate or not. You don't have to be misled. I think that's the great thing about having eyeballs, is you can visually see things and yes, say, oh yes, this is very real. I can see it. Yeah. And then I've been doing stuff to show like the ape. I want to do the Planet of the Apes next because we literally are on the Planet of the Apes where they're all fighting for the pen of power. And keep in mind, you're also the pen, you guys. You are the kingpin. I'm going to show this with your cards. But yeah. Something about the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, I did Planet of the Apes. I showed how the apple has an ape in it. There's a reason for this. It's not by chance. It's by design. Because the apple has the torus field, okay? And the ape is in that. The grapes are pertaining to the wine. You're the grapes of the grapevine. There's an ape in grapes, you guys. The pear has an ape in it as well, okay? The ape in pear, you got your P-E-A-R, that's where we find ape. But you also have your pear, P-A-I-R. And the P-E-A-R is a link to the P-A-I-R. And the P-A-I-R is your dice connect. Okay, so your apes connect with your dice, no doubt. No doubt. Okay, I'm playing as a child here. I'm telling you all the intel I have. It's very easy if you have the eyes of a child to play this Divine Jumanji Planet of the Apes game. Yeah, we find the apes, we find the pens, we find the grapes, we find the wine, we find the bread, we find the fish, we find the dog god game with Ra. Because the Zodiac is the story of the house of bread. Likewise, you're the house of bread. You know, so I've told you before about how we eat bread. I'm talking about bread that comes from the outside of us and also from the inside. Your body is technically eating itself, you guys. I don't know if you know this, but every 7 years, once again, there's the number 7. But just about every 7 years, you get a new body. You are what you eat. You are what you eat. So much can be said about what goes from hand to mouth. Well, you know, you have to control this. You have to become a controller of what you put in, because what you put in is what you're going to get out. So your diet, back to the dice, is very important in the partridge. You want to be here a long time. You want to be a player here a long time. Take care of your vessel. Take care of your temple body, the most sacred thing that is here on the planet Earth. You are the operator of your temple body. You are the most precious thing here on the earth. I hope you know how loved you are. I've been sent here to tell you how loved you are. Oh, you are so loved, you guys. Never give up. Never give up. Always remember the great love that you had when you was called to come. Don't forget, you were called. Your name was called. You picked your name. It was called. Guys, if you're here, you're in the book of life. If you're here, you're in the book of life. Yeah, you've inherited the book of life being here. Look at me. Oh, I'm a rowboat. I'm on the row your boat. Gently down the stream. Yes, I am an operator in the flesh, you guys. I am on the row your boat. I am a robot. I'm a robot. I'm also the brick in the wall. I'm a part of the gold bricks. I'm a part of the capstone. I am the ceiling. I'm the keyhole. I'm the key ring. I am the key. Yeah, everything is within. I need not look outside myself for anything, but I need to come on here. Not only for myself am I making these videos, but I'm also making these for others who need help remembering. See, I'm not telling you something you already don't know. I'm telling you something you already know. You just need me to remind you about your divinity and your calling, your ringtone, how that's in your birth chart. You need me here to tell you about base camp, baseball, that is Saturn, and how we get our jack in the box, and how when you just die, you just lose your jack in the box. That's it. You lose your box. You don't really lose the jack, though, you know, because that's you. That's your resident energy. It stays with you. You're eternal. You're eternal light. You're a star incarnate upon the earth.